Today we're going to be working on a really pretty and I hope easy DIY table centerpiece decor for Thanksgiving using mostly supplies from Dollar Tree. But first, welcome to my channel. My name is Linda. If this is your first time here and you don't want to miss out on any further DIY craft videos from me, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below and notification bell for future updates from my channel, Faithchick777's DIY by Design. Now let's get started. Okay, so first what we're going to be working with, I've already taken the plastic off. These are some of those kind of cutout signs that you can get from Dollar Tree. And it's a really nice size, of course, if you flip it over for a little tray to hold some stuff for a centerpiece. And what I'm going to do is I have just got some scrapbook paper from my stash. This is some paper from a paper pad I purchased at Joann's a couple of years ago. Of course, you know, you can get single sheets at like Hobby Lobby, and Joann's. And I believe at Michael's, or, buy a paper pad, or if you have some in your stash, whatever you want to go with. I was at first going to use some wood grain paper, but, I just could not find the right colors. And this is going to look really pretty alongside some use with this glitter vase filler from Dollar Tree, because it's kind of got some red tones, and it's kind of a golden bronzy brown color, but there's different colors of this stuff. I still see it in stock, believe it or not, so you can still get some of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover the outside, all, the sides and the bottom of this box with this kind of paper here. And then I'm just going to, I may cover the sides, but probably not, because that color is okay to be left. Just going to cut a sheet for the inside bottom piece. Okay, so off camera, I just went ahead and cut all my papers, because you all know how to cut papers. Basically, you want to, whatever papers you're going to use, just measure the width and then the length of each piece. Well, two of the same of this, two of this, and then one of the top, and then of course measure for the inside. And then also what I did is, you can see, because this paper doesn't quite match the paper that's already on the sign, match the brown tones that we're using here, I took just a little bit of the brown paint by Apple Barrel. It's called Burnt Umber. Mine's a little well used. You can get it at Walmart, of course. This is the big bottle for $2.50, but you can get them for well under $1, 50 cents, I believe. Anyway, and I just did a really light dry brush around kind of the seams and the edges, so that, if you go ahead and you cut your paper and maybe it cut a little bit short or something, that little bit of brown that you kind of just dry brushed along the edge really lightly will kind of camouflage that paper underneath so that it'll look nice. So what I've got here, see, so then you have that nice little, and say if it cut a little bit short, you'll have that nice little bit of that brown paint right there to kind of camouflage, like I said, that other color paper. Now, also what I did off camera, because, if you're new to my channel, you might not have seen a lot of my other videos, but I'm also a paper crafter. And so to add extra textures to my papers, I often like to sew them with my sewing machine around the perimeter. Of course, you don't have to do that. But another fun way to add texture around your perimeter is, I've just got a scratch piece of paper here. If you just take a pair of scissors, open it up, take your blade, and you just run it along. See, I'm just on the edge, run it along. You don't even have to do a lot. Scrape the edge, and now we'll add some really cool texture. Let me bring in down lower. Add some really cool texture to your paper. You don't have to pull out your sewing machine, and it looks really cool. See there? And if we did all four edges, again, just scrape it along the edge. Doesn't take much. You can do as light or as heavy as you want, and it just kind of gives a little bit of a rustic feel to your papers. If you're working with, pinks and papers like that in some other projects, it kind of gives it a shabby chic feel, but in this case with our browns and stuff, it adds a little bit more of a rustic feel to it. So an easy way to get texture if you're not a sewer, okay? And then you don't have to do any of this. You can totally go with just cutting your papers plain and gluing them on. So let's go ahead and work on gluing our papers on. What I'm going to be using is my go-to glue is Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. You can find it at Walmart for under $10, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. You're definitely going to want to use a coupon. You can totally, of course, use regular glue. You can use hot glue, whatever you like, but this is just kind of my go-to glue. So we're going to go ahead, and I've cut the bottom. Of course, I cut my 2 long sides and my 2 short sides, and with that contrasting paper and plaid, I cut a piece to fit the inside. Okay, and I'm not going to cover the sides on the inside, because even if a little bit of that shows, that's okay, because it's in the same shades of all these browns and things that'll work perfectly wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue our paper down on around the outside. So you know how to glue this, right? You know how to add glue to the bottom. I'm going to do 1 piece, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera to save you a little time from watching me glue pieces of paper on. Okay, we'll get 1 piece down there. We'll get it glued on. We're going to just cover up that nice cutout home piece. Looks very nice. See here where a little bit of that edge shows. Looks okay. Get that on there. All right, and I will be right back. Okay, so we've got all our pieces on, looking super cute, completely different box than when we started, right? And so see, you can see just by leaving that like it is, that is fine. But you know, if you want to cover those insides too, that's perfectly wonderful. It works. We're going to work on one other piece that we're going to cover paper with. So what I picked up, and still hanging at our Dollar Tree, they have these, you know, pumpkins and footballs, and I think there was another one with just different pumpkins on it, a big long like garland type thing. And what I did is took one of the pumpkins off, okay? And so I've got that right here, and then I again just kind of around the perimeter with some of that brown paint, and we're going to cover again the front and the back using our paper. So I've got that here, and what I did is I covered, because, you know, I want this to kind of be double-sided, right? You know, you have people sitting on different sides of the table. So, of course, you know, turned it over onto my paper, the front side, and traced it. And then you want to flip it over, right, to trace the back, because otherwise it's going to be backwards for you. And then I just cut it out. Of course, I sewed around the perimeter. You don't have to do that at all. And let me just kind of cut off my little excess threads here. And then what I haven't done yet is, let's go ahead, because I'm keeping up with my theme. If you want to distress around the edges with your scissors, you just take it just like this, right around the edges. Remember your open scissor blades there. Right up and around that stem. I couldn't decide which paper I wanted to use on this, you know, because I was going to put the same paper both sides, but then I thought, well, why do that? Because then, you know, I can switch to whatever side I want that I want to look at, or sit on the opposite side of the table, right? If you want to look at the other side of the pumpkin. Okay, nice quick. You can see how quick it takes me to get around doing this process. And then you have these nice, cool, kind of distressed looking. And it helps too if you've cut something a little crooked or something like that. Distressing with the scissors like that really helps kind of, you know, cover that up. Right, we're going to go ahead and add glue to these and get these glued on. Now what I'm going to be working with on this is my Cricut machine, okay? I made a quote to go on it, front and back, the same quote, just because double-sided. But, you know, if you don't have a Cricut machine, if you don't have a Cricut machine, you know, you don't have to put anything on it. You can leave it plain, of course. Or Dollar Tree has some great sticker options, especially those large wall stickers that you can cut apart from because they are clear, and just even simply putting the word love works beautifully. Okay, so there we've got a front and a back of our pumpkin that's going to look really cute sitting in here, whichever way I want it to go, right? Okay, so let's get to work on putting my vinyl quote on the front of this. Okay, so I've got everything cut out with my Cricut. I've got my vinyl onto my transfer sheet. I was going to do vinyl each side, and you certainly can. You know, if you've got a Cricut machine, you can do the sticker on each side. But I am working with a little bit of glitter vinyl to kind of match the glitter of these fillers. And glitter vinyl, not the easiest to work with. One side only for me for now. I may end up adding it later, but one side for now. So I'm just going to place I'm going to place it up more near the top, because this is going to kind of sit down inside of that vase a little bit. So, you know, you kind of want your quote up near the top, or it's going to get covered when it's sitting in that, or that box filler. Vase filler is what I was trying to say, when it's sitting inside that vase filler. So yeah, I'm going to put it a little bit up as close to the top as I can. It's going to be near the edges because I just made it to fit. Get my pumpkin straight for myself. I think we're going to go right there. Okay, get that down there. Smooth it down. And then we're going to bring it up nice and slow, because also with glitter vinyl, they give you a real super sticky sheet transfer paper. So I kind of de-stickied it a little bit, just enough to pick up the letters, but not so much that it's going to tear my paper when I'm trying to take this transfer paper off. So nice and slow. We'll make our progress without tearing any of this glitter vinyl. Probably, well, the red that I have just didn't quite match, and this glitter vinyl did. So, and I just don't like to work with it very often. But it will make for a pretty addition to the centerpiece. Black would have worked just as nice. So if you choose like some those clear stickers at Dollar Tree. Oh, we're almost there. Makes you want to pull nice and fast, but okay, did it. Sweet blessing, super cute. Whoop whoop, we made it. Okay, so that is so sweet, huh? Sweet blessings. But yeah, so you could put it on the other side too. And I did make the other one, but I'm not going to worry about getting them both on right now for you. But see, then it'll just kind of sit right inside like that. Will look super cute. So let's bring my camera out a little bit more. Okay, let's set that aside. So also from Dollar Tree, I picked up these real beautiful, I mean, look at the tone of these glass candle holders. So definitely you're going to want to take your stickers off of the bottom. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of decor around the top of these. Now I realize Dollar Tree has ones that have like the cute twine around the top and a little metal leaf or something like that. But ours was out of them, and I already had like the twine that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I already had some of the cute wood stickers that came out that they had like leaves and pumpkins. I'm going to use a couple of the leaves, and what I've done is just did a little dry brushing of paint around the edges. Okay, so we're going to replicate what they have, but you know, to make it easier for you, by all means, if they still have the pretty, you know, candle holders with the twine and like the little leaf already hanging off, or you have some of those in your stash, you know, use them. Okay, so cut off, this is, like I said, twine you can get from Dollar Tree, and I cut off, I don't know, I think I measured out about 50 inches or something, a nice big long piece. And then what you want to do is, you know, this is on glass, so it's that, and you're trying to wrap around, it's round, that twine's not going to stay. So what you want to do is just kind of do a couple of little dots of glue so that when we wrap our twine around, it stays, right? So I'm going to take my twine and I'm going to fold it directly in half so it's even. All right. And I'm going to start at, you know, one of the glues and wrap it around. It takes a little bit and a little bit of patience. Get into the other glue a little bit. Wrap one side around and make sure you're hitting all your glue dots, kind of pressing into the glue, and bring one around. And then same thing with the other side. Wrap it around, get it in your glue areas so that it stays. And the reason I say tack it is just so it, you know, you don't have a big glob of glue all the way around. You just tack it, you just see a few little pieces. Gently tie a little bow. Little half knot there, tie a little bow, because you know you're kind of waiting for your glue to set up, so you want to go nice and gentle. Perfect. You know, and you might have candle holders, you know, already that aren't even from Dollar Tree, some cute glass ones that you can get out of your stash. I'm going to cut a little bit of excess of the thread off. And then I'm just going to glue. You could, you know, a little hole in that if you wanted to sort of hang it from the actual twine, but I'm just going to glue, make it nice, super easy, right to the center. And I've already got the other one done, so it's ready to go. Here's what we're ended up with. And then this one, just let set up for a couple of minutes, just let that wood piece. It would look super cute if you use the little pumpkin cutouts. If you don't have any pumpkin cutouts, it looks super cute just with the twine and a bow, okay? You don't have to go all out with this. We're trying to make it inexpensive from Dollar Tree, as well as easy to do, and then have a sweet little centerpiece in the middle of your table that doesn't take up a lot of room, of course. You can certainly lay down, you know, this just sitting on your table might be plain. You can certainly, you know, a lot of us have like a table runner we're running across, set this in the center. As we set this up, Dollar Tree even has bags of mini pine cones. You can certainly scatter pine cones across the center of your table to make it really cute, and tie everything in and add a little bit more decor. Okay, so, and then what I did is, you know, if you have candles around the house, whatever, but they had these cute, almost bronzy, pumpkin shaped candles. Gosh, I just love how they look. They had all different colors, but I thought that was super cute and made it just look a little more elegant. You know, pop that inside. I, for one, probably wouldn't even burn them if it was me. Just because I want to save them. But of course they would look gorgeous just burning in the center of your table during dinner. But let's set that inside. So we have our two beautiful candles with the cute pumpkin inside. Have us, you know, our decorations all done up. Let's assemble, huh? Let's make it easy. So what I've got here is, this is a big burlap leaf from my stash. Dollar Tree, of course, put these out. I took the wire off. I have one left, but I thought I'd bring it out to just kind of bring a little bit more of those brown tones in. So I'm just going to kind of place it, you know, in a corner here, maybe the other corner, so that it kind of offsets where our pumpkin's going to go. Or we'll see how it goes. I maybe just like it behind the pumpkin. I'm not sure. We'll fiddle with it. Put these kind of in the center of your little, I'm thinking and talking at the same time. Sorry about that. I was thinking that I want to kind of fold this a little bit so it'll set a little better in there, and trying to tell you to set these in the center of your little container. Okay, there, that's a little bit better. And then open your filler if you've got filler. I was thinking about mixing in even some pine cones with this. We'll see how it goes. Now, I purchased 2 bags of filler. I wasn't sure what it was going to take, how many it was going to, you know, to make it look good. One bag here looks like one bag could totally be enough. It does go all over. I have little balls rolling everywhere. I think one will quite be enough here, but you know, let me play with it a second. Okay, so I had to shut the camera off for a minute, but these like really roll. Enter at your own risk. They are so lightweight and they are everywhere. I think I spent 10 minutes chasing them all. Anyway, so I took the one leaf out. I don't know if I like it in there. My other thought is also if I wanted to still kind of add a little bit, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to cut this leaf in half, because I thought what I could do, and I know you're looking at it from a top view, don't worry, I will have kind of some pictures at the end, is I can kind of spread these in halfway. So I'm going to put my little sweet blessings right at the back. These, even though lightweight, will help it kind of sit up. And my thought was to kind of put a little, so you just see a little leaf coming out sideways like that. And actually I think that looks really pretty. I'll move the camera down here in just a minute so you can see everything. But just so that there's a little bit of maybe leaf sticking out. Okay, so I've changed camera angles for you, and while I was changing camera angles, I decided I really didn't like those burlap leaves, so out they went. So we're going to add a couple of last minute touches. I'm going to bring in some of those cute Dollar Tree pine cones. We're just going to set a few in here, you know, and if you're able to get these or get some from your yard, super cute touch. And you know, like I was saying earlier, you can scatter some, you know, out to the side a little bit. I think that would be super pretty. It doesn't take much just to add in a little bit. And of course, this is by no means like this big, elegant centerpiece. It's just to give you a little something for the center of your table that doesn't take much time and effort. That's all it needs. And then what I have is one of these metal words from Dollar Tree that they all came out with, a 3-pack metal words, the thankful. It's normally a silver, so what I did is I have this folk art metallic antique gold, and I took that and I just took a little pouncy brush and I just sporadically just pounced it on like this, and I let it dry, and so it's got a little bit of silver showing through and then a little bit of that antique gold that's kind of a, you know, matches nicely with these table fillers. So all we're going to do is just kind of set it in front here, and you can kind of overlap the letters over the box a little bit so it stays in place just like that, and our centerpiece is done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was easy for you. Use things that you might already have around your home, or, you know, Dollar Tree still has some of this stuff still out. I hope you find it real beautiful. Like I said, if you lay it like on a table runner, scatter the pine cones, gorgeous, easy, simple. Go ahead and remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on my social media sites that are also down below. Follow me on Instagram. I post there quite a bit. A lot of craft photos going up that I don't always do videos for. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.